How's it, everyone? And welcome to today's lesson. Today, we're going to talk about something very important, something that affects more and more people here in South Africa every year: identity theft. You might have heard this term on the news or from your children, but what does it actually mean? Simply put, identity theft is when someone steals your personal information and uses it without your permission. Information such as ID number, your full name, your address, even your banking details. In the wrong hands, this information is like a key that can unlock your entire life. These thieves can use your details to open bank accounts, apply for loans, get cell phone contracts, or even commit crimes in your name. Imagine getting a bill for a fancy new TV you never bought, or a phone call from a debt collector for a loan you never took out. It can turn your life upside down, and it can be a real nightmare to sort out. It is not just about money. It is about your good name, your reputation that you have spent a lifetime building. So, how do these criminals get your information? Well, they can be quite clever. They might go through your rubbish bin looking for old bills or bank statements that you have thrown away. That is why it is so important to either shred or burn any documents with your personal details before you bend them. Don't just tear them in half. Make sure to destroy them into small, unreadable pieces. Now let us talk about protecting your physical document. Your green ID book or your smart ID card is pure gold to a thief. Keep it in a safe place at home if you won't need it. When you are out, keep your wallet or purse secure and never leave it unattended in a shopping trolley or on a restaurant table. The same goes for your passport, driver's license, and even your pay. When you need to make copies of your ID for a new contract, for example, it is a good habit to write on the copy what it is for. For instance, you could write for Vodacom contract application only across the page. This makes it harder for someone to use that copy for anything else. They also use technology. You might get a strange SMS or an email that looks like it is from your bank or from SARS or even from a popular store. This message might say there is a problem with your account or that you have won a prize. It will ask you to click on a link and enter your personal detail, like your ID number or your banking password, to fix the problem or claim your prize. This is a trick called phishing. Remember, real banks and official organizations will almost never ask you for your password or PIN in an email or SMS. If you get a message like this, be suspicious. The safest thing to do is to delete it immediately. If you are worried it might be real, contact your bank or the company directly using the phone number on your bank card or on their official website, not the number in the suspicious message. Another common trick happens over the phone. Someone might call you pretending to be from your cell phone company or your insurance provider. They might sound very professional and friendly. They will say they need to verify your details for security reasons and will ask for your ID number, your address, or other private information. Again, be very careful. If you did not start the call, you cannot be sure who you are talking to. A good response is to say, "Thank you. I will call your company back myself using the official number I have." Then hang up. Do not let them pressure you into giving information on the spot. It is your right to say no. What about when you are online? Many of us enjoy using social media like Facebook to keep in touch with family and friends. But be careful what you share. Do not post pictures of your ID or passport. Avoid sharing your full date of birth, your phone number, or your home address publicly. Criminals can piece together this information to build a profile of you. Remember to go into your privacy settings on these apps and make sure that only your trusted friends can see what you post. And please, do not write your passwords down on a piece of paper you keep in your wallet next to your bank cards. So, what should you do if you think you have become a victim? What are the warning signs? You might stop receiving your bank statements or other important mail. This could mean someone has changed your address. You might get calls from debt collectors about accounts you do not recognize. Or you might get rejected for credit even though you know you have a good record. If any of this happens, you need to act fast. The first step is to go to your nearest police station and open a case of fraud. They will give you a case number and an affidavit. This is a very important legal document. Next, you need to contact the South African Fraud Prevention Service, or SAFPs, to apply for something called protective registration. They are a non-profit organization that helps victims of identity theft. You can find their contact details on their website, www.safps.org. You should register with them. Once you apply for the protective registration, they will put a special notice on your credit profile. This notice alerts banks and other companies that your identity might have been compromised, which makes it much harder for the thief to open new accounts in your name. After that, you need to contact one of the major credit bureaus in South Africa to place a fraud alert on your file. The main ones are TransUnion, Experian, and You have the right to get one free credit report from each of them every year. Check these reports very carefully for any accounts or loans that you do not recognize. If you find something suspicious, you must dispute it with the credit bureau immediately, using your police case number and affidavit as proof. It is also crucial to contact all the companies where the fraud happened in order to close the compromised accounts and get new ones. If a fraudulent clothing account was opened, call the store's fraud department. If it was a bank loan, call that bank, provide them with your police case number and affidavit, and explain the situation. Additionally, if your tax information is involved, immediately notify the South African Revenue Service SARS via their hotline or online. If the theft involves a breach of your personal information by an organization, for example, you provided your information to a reputable organization, then they sell that information to a third-party organization, you can file a complaint with the information regulator on complaints.ir at justice.gov.za. I know this process may seem long and frustrating, but it's the only way to clear your name and fix your credit record. Remember, prevention is always better than cure. Now, let us quickly recap the most important steps to protect yourself. First, shred or burn all physical documents with personal information before throwing them away. Second, be suspicious of unexpected emails, SMSs, and phone calls asking for your personal details. Third, never click on strange links. Fourth, guard your ID book, passport, and other important documents. Never leave them lying around. Fifth, use strong, unique passwords for your online accounts, especially for banking. And finally, check your credit report at least once a year to spot any problems early. Protecting your identity is in your hands. It just takes a little bit of caution and a few good habits, By being vigilant, you can make it much, much harder for these criminals to make you their next victim. Stay aware, stay safe, and protect your good name. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this information helpful. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family, especially the older folks in your life who might not be as aware of these dangers. All the best with the upcoming assessment.